beginning of March Madness, and it's fun. It's basketball on TV all day long, and you can get lost in it and not work and drink. It's what sports bars were made for. And I got some good news. Duquesne 71, BYU 67. Duquesne led by 14, led by 10 a couple times. Didn't really blow it, almost. BYU came back almost. If I can give some expert basketball analysis, I think at the end of the day, BYU was just too light. Day Grant, swish, 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 swish. He just kept making free throws down the stretch. And Duquesne is through to the second round of the NCAA tournament. Game just finished. Great end of the game. Duquesne now plays the winner of Illinois and Morehead State. And who would have thought I'd be talking about that? I don't know what to say. I'm talking about who Duquesne plays in the second round of the NCAA tournament. And let's cut right to the chase. Now we know for sure, with Pitt on the outside looking in and whining like Kenny Pickett, whining like babies. Now we know who the real basketball power in town is. Now we know who the real college hoop team in town is. Now we know that if Pitt wasn't afraid to play Duquesne, Duquesne would kick their ass. And we just saw proof of that on the floor in the NCAA tournament where Pitt ain't. Booyah. Come on, you Dukes. After the 2018 city game between Pitt and Duquesne, Pitt has since opted to refuse to play Duquesne. Pitt feels Duquesne's beneath them, that if they lost, it would be embarrassing. You know how they think and how they talk, at least when they think nobody's listening. Pitt basketball thinks Duquesne basketball's beneath them. That's why they killed off the city game, which has always been so good for the city and for college sports and for basketball, because let's be honest, Pittsburgh ain't a college sports town. It ain't a college basketball town. That city game got a lot of people who weren't otherwise interested, at least for one day. So now Pitt didn't make the NCAA and weren't a factor to win the ACC. And they've been whining about not making the NCAA nonstop ever since. But let's face it, BYU would have killed them today. Duquesne would have killed Pitt today. The shoe is on the other foot, and they were shoes bought for Duquesne by LeBron James. Now Duquesne is the team in town, and Pitt's the also-ran. So here's my idea to renew the city game. Because now it's not Duquesne needing Pitt. Now it's Pitt needing Duquesne to get some credibility back. So if I'm Duquesne, I am not arrogant like Pitt. I don't snub like Pitt. I don't act superior like Pitt. But what I do is this. Okay? I say to Pitt, listen, you want to renew the city game? We get it. We're the big brother. You're the little brother. We're the team in town. You're the also-ran. We made it. You didn't. We won an NCAA game. You chumped out of the NIT. So it's us that can do a lot for you right now. Right now. And what's past is past, but right now is right now. So if I'm Duquesne, I say to Pitt, okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to have a 3-year contract for the city game. And 2 of the games are Duquesne. And if you don't like that, you can go screw. Because we don't need you now. We might later, but we don't now. And the only way to renew this game is 2 at Duquesne, 1 at Pitt. And then they're going to say, well, what about a neutral site like PPG Paints Arena? And I go, maybe you didn't hear me. 2 at Duquesne, 1 at Pitt. Now, if you want to play the 1 at PPG Paints Arena, your home game, that's fine. But we're playing 2 at our home court. And if they say no, Duquesne should say, well, thanks for asking, but we'll just, keep making the NCAA while you chump out on the NIT. Because that could easily all happen again next year.